Jack Rose by Maxwell Bodenheim. Read for Librivox.org by Shashank Jakmola. With crafty brooding life turned to Jack Rose and made him heroin peddler, and his pose was sullenly reflective since he feared that life regarding him had merely jeered. His vanity was small and could not call his egoism to the dubious hall of fame where average artists spend their hour. Doubting his powers, he was forced to cower within the shrill, damp alleys of his time, immersed in that brisk midnight known as crime. He shunned the fiercely shrewd stuff that he sold to other people, and derived a cold enjoyment from the writhing of their hearts. A speechless artist, he admired the arts of blundering destruction, like a monk viewing a play that made him mildly drunk. And so malicious and ascetic Jack bent to his trade with a relentless back, until he tapped an unexpected smile, a woman's smile as smooth and hard as style. May Bulger pawned her flesh to him and gave his heroine to her brother with a grave reluctance, fumbling at her painted lips, though angry at herself, she took the whips of undesired love to quite a boy who wept inanely for his favorite toy. She hated Jack because he failed to gloss and soften the rough surface of her loss, his matter-of-fact frown biting at her heart. He hated her because her smiling guess had robbed him of ascetic loneliness, and when her brother died, Jack sat beside her grief and played a mouth harp while she cried. But when she raised her head and smiled at him, a smile intensely stripped and subtly grim, his hate felt overawed and in a trap, and suddenly his head fell to her lap. For sometimes she sat stiffly in the chair, then slowly raised her hand and stroked his hair. End of poem. This recording is in public domain.
Seaweed from Mars by Maxwell Bodenheim. Read for Librivox.org by Nemo and Eva Davis. 1. Have you ever played on a violin larger than 10,000 stars and warmer than what you call sin? Torben, a young man from Mars, gave me the stretch of his voice, and my no fell down like a pin on the echoed din of his words. He said, then I have no choice. I must use the barrenly involved words with which you have not solved the wistful riddles of your days. Leave the pale and ruddy herds of men with their surrendering ways, and come with me to Mars. 2. Drums of autumn beat on Mars, calling our minds to reunion. The avenues of seaweed spars have attained a paleness equal to that of earthly philosophies, and the trees have lost the diamond violence of spring. The purple leaves have turned to gray, just as a human religion gradually changes to pretense. In Mars we have only 2 seasons, spring and autumn. Their reasons rest in a treacherous sun that suddenly runs away, creating a twilight suspense. When the sun reappears, Mars is once more amazed by the blazing flatteries of spring. Again the heavy leaves ring with odor and light deftly pressed into a stormy chorus. Then we abandon the screaming violins of our minds, and each man wins an understanding rest. Once more we roam and jest upon the avenues with voices one shade louder than the leaves, or sail upon the coral seas and trade our words with molten ease. Throughout the autumn we stand still and deserted, while our minds leap into sweeping tensions, blending sound and form into one search across the universe. 3. What do we find in this search? All of your earthly words lurch feebly upon the outskirts of my mind, and when they pass beyond them they are blind. Outward forms are but
Sample complete. Ready to continue?